You're watching BBN Tonight, presented by UK Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back to BBN Tonight. The UK football team is shaking up its staff this offseason, and Tim Owens has officially joined the program as the Director of Player Development. He has an interesting background, starting with his military experience. That also includes stints as a Foreign Security Forces advisor for NATO, a drill instructor with the Marine Corps, and a combat conditioning instructor. Not to mention 4 years in the NFL, where he worked with the Jaguars and the Lions. Now he's in Lexington, talking with Maggie about the path that brought him here.
Well, it's actually a unique path. I served 20 years in the Marine Corps. The last 4 years of that, I was player development for the United States Naval Academy football team. So that program was started from pretty much ground zero, but it was a position that Coach Niamontalolo wanted at the time. And it pretty much got me groomed and ready for the time when I actually retired from the Marine Corps and got the opportunity to go in the NFL. During the NFL time, I learned even more. Had mentors throughout the entire league, as far as like the guys in player engagement. So they were extremely helpful. Helped me with the transition into the NFL realm and be able to connect and communicate with the players. Especially, these guys are like pioneers of what they do. They're professionals for a reason, especially with their athletic ability. But a lot of people don't know how great of human beings they are. So that was pretty exciting for me throughout my time, and it's led me to here to give back, come back and step back a level, which is awesome for me because it allows me to pour into the guys even more and prepare them for what they're going to embark upon if they get a chance to play at the next level. But if not, there's something that we can always get involved in from a professional standpoint of transitioning into the workforces, because that's important as well. And I did both of those things throughout my time in the Marine Corps. So it was an easy transition for me.
I love what you said about how your time with the military prepared you for your time in the NFL. How is that the case? I mean, I know you touched on a little bit there, but what sort of specifically did you take away from, one experience that translated to the next? Well,
a lot of people, when they think of the military, they think about, battles and the movies and things they see on TV. However, what they don't see is the day-to-day. Kind of like what the players do in the weight room, with their nutrition, all the necessary things they need to do to prepare. But not only that, it's the camaraderie and the esprit de corps inside the locker room, where these guys get to know each other and build a bond to where they can look to their left and right when they need confidence, and they can just see their brothers looking at them saying, hey, let's go. You're in this position for a reason. Because let these guys know, hey, you're in this position because you belong. It's not because, the luck of the draw or, someone's like coddled you along the way. You work for this opportunity. So take the bull by the horns and let's go.
And what was it about UK and this football program specifically that made you think, maybe I'm ready for, something a little different? Let's transition now to the college game.
That's a good question. My first rookie class in the NFL was Josh Allen. He was our 7th overall pick with the Jacksonville Jaguars. When we met him on a pre-draft visit, myself and Marcus Pollard, who's also player engagement down at Jacksonville right now, looked at each other and was like, this is our guy. This is our guy. And when he came in, he had his family, he had Wesley. His wife actually obviously attended here, which was awesome as well. So it was an easy transition for them to come in, and Josh was just a pioneer for the University of Kentucky, and he couldn't stop raving about Coach Stoops and how he pours into his program. Not only his coaches but also the players. Doesn't treat them like a number. He treats them like a human being, and that's that resonates with me, because when you develop relationships, that's most important.
I want to go back to sort of what you touched on a little earlier in terms of what player and person really development means to you in terms of how you can help these guys become better men. What's your philosophy on that?
I actually saw this on one of the leadership posters that we have here. Pretty much engage, because in order for that relationship for us to have, I can't plug and play unless I know them as people. So that goes back to the connecting, communicating, to get to know them better, so I can find out what makes them tick, what are their passions, because they could teach them how to get paid for their passions, and what do those things look like. But avenues to actually take the resources to connect with, and actually equip them with the information for them to take that, not only for me to stop fishing for them, but teach them how to fish. And then after we engage and equipped, Now it's time to examine. I see them on a day-to-day basis, and I see that, hey, if you did this, hey, you did this. So I would challenge them in ways to where they will actually, become that, responsible adult that their parents always dreamed about. And then after examination, it goes back, to the evaluation. Because constantly evaluate to making sure they're doing those necessary things for them to be successful. And then we go back to the engagement again, because once they finish that task, I challenge them with another.
So when you do meet the players and you're giving your sort of, introductory spiel, I would think, what do you think you'll tell them about who you are?
I'm just a genuine, humble servant that leads through love and accountability while being firm, fair, and consistent. I work for them. They don't work for me. As an open door policy, it's no non-judgmental zone when they come into my office, because I want them to know that I am there to assist them in order to be successful. I'm also going to challenge them, because it's the only way they're going to be successful. Because they sit around and wait for easy. Easy is not going to come. I just teach them how to deal with hard better.
Thanks so much to Tim Owens for that first interview here in Lexington. Great to hear from him for the first time. More BBN Tonight after